So what do you do when a client that you originally booked through a talent agent comes to you later directly, doing an end around the agent, to book work directly with you? How do you handle that potentially sticky situation? I'll answer that question next on this DeWeese Directive. Hey there, Bill DeWeese here. Hope you're doing well. I'm grieving leaving Las Vegas. I did my voiceover revolution workshop recently there, and I live near Chicago, so we've been dealing with what seems like snowstorm after snowstorm, double-digit sub-zero temperatures, and it was sunny and 80 in Las Vegas. And I returned back from Las Vegas only to be met with another snowstorm just hours later. But hanging in there, and I know that spring and summer are just around the corner. And speaking of VoiceOver Revolution, for those of you who attended, I want to say a special thanks. You really made the weekend something extra special, and it was so fun getting to meet you in person, to interact with you, and to do we did a lot of coaching actually there in that setting, and it was just a lot of fun. And also a very special thanks to my guests. Dave Courvoisier, who is the local CBS News anchor, evening anchor there in Las Vegas, but also a very talented voiceover guy and a social media guru, and shared some awesome insight into social media and how to use it and get the most out of it as a voice talent. Also, a big thanks to Tim Tippett, the VOTech guru. I don't know of anybody who knows more about studios and studio space and getting the most of your home studio than Tim Tippett. And also my good friend Dave Hamilton and of VoiceArtistSites.com. And let me tell you, Dave and his team at VoiceArtistSites.com do an outstanding job of branding and building websites and logos and design for voiceover talent. And it was great to have Dave there to speak and share with us on the making of a great voiceover website. As a matter of fact, VoiceArtistSites.com is now working on the brand new Bill DeWeese branding and website, which will kick off my level 2 marketing plan, which we'll talk about more at a later date. But if you didn't make it to Las Vegas, the good news is that the entire event was video recorded, and that will be made available soon. So keep listening for details. So the question is this: you booked a client through one of your talent agents, and at some point later, that client contacts you directly, wanting to book you directly without working through the agent. How do you handle that situation? Because an agent obviously takes their share, which they are due because they're the ones who brought you that client in the first place, typically 15 to 20%. And this comes up because this recently happened to me. I had a client that I've done work for that I was booked through an agency, actually in Europe. And one day I was contacted directly by the client wanting to book directly with me. And here's how I handled that situation. I just simply said very politely, I appreciate the fact that you want to use me for this project, but in good conscience, I have to make sure that this goes through the agent that originally booked the work to begin with, because it's only right and it's only fair. So if you can contact them first, just to make sure they're aware of what's going on, I will then be glad to handle the project. Now, the temptation may be you think, okay, 20%, let's say hypothetically, and let's say it's a $1,000 job. So 20% of $1,000 is what, $200? And you think, well, that's $200 that I could have if I didn't tell my agent. Well, there are a couple of reasons why you really need to politely, but yet firmly and very directly tell the client that you need to work through the agent. One is just, it's the right thing to do. If you want to be able to sleep at night, knowing and with a clear conscience, knowing that you've made good decisions, you've just got to make those. You've got to make those decisions along the way, because they will come up periodically. It's a question of your integrity, and if you don't have your integrity, you really don't have much of anything. And then the next reason is, eventually these things are found out, and you may make a few extra bucks on the front end. But what will happen when the agent finds out that you that you worked with that client without working through them? They'll drop you like a hot potato. Not only that, but they may share that with other agencies. And you know what? This is not that big of an industry. People know people. They talk to people. So the long-term outlook, integrity and honesty aside, is that eventually it will catch up with you and you will not book work. So When a client contacts you directly that was initially booked through an agent, just again, politely, but be emphatic that in order to do the job, you appreciate the opportunity, but in order to do the job, it's only right and fair that be booked through the agent. Hey, thanks so much for checking out this video. And if you enjoyed this video, check out other videos here on my YouTube channel, and make sure that you subscribe and spread the word via mouth-to-mouth, social media, email. People that you know that would enjoy and benefit from this content, be sure to let them know. And also, just a quick reminder of a couple learning opportunities that I have coming up. You may be aware I offer a couple of virtual classes where we meet online, where we, through webcams, we can see each other, we can talk to each other and hear each other. It's a small group setting. I do a voiceover fast track, which is more of a broad-based introductory course to voiceovers where we cover just about every topic imaginable. And I have a performance coaching class where we simply work on giving your best reads, where we work on your auditions, where I give you scripts, I give you coaching to help you capitalize and get the most out of your auditions to make sure that you book the most work possible. I'm booked at this point, and if you're seeing this at a later date, just to give you a sense of when this is, and by the way, I hold these classes every so often, so please feel free to contact me via email at voiceoverexpert, and I'll get you information. But I'm now booked through March, and my classes are now being offered for April. So if you would like more information about that, simply drop me an email at voiceoverexpert@gmail.com. Hey, again, thank you for checking out the video. I wish you great success, and I look forward to talking to you again very soon.